Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. And okay, I'll continue playing the 15 minutes games. I'll play a game today, and again, as the last stream, I'll analyze and quickly review the game and discuss some lines. And let's see, today I'll maybe play with more of a simple chess and not try to complicate the game or not try to be more violent. Let's see. Hang on. Just checking my settings. Just give me a second. Need to get my settings right. Okay, so let's start. Okay. Finding a match for my no, finding a match for me. Let's see. Usually, actually, I've noticed that finding a blitz opponent is it takes way less time than finding a rapid opponent. I don't know why. Maybe because there are like less players who play rapid and more player who plays blitz. Maybe that's the reason. Usually, I get paired um, for blitz chess in like under 5 to 10 seconds, but here already it's been 30 seconds now. Do you PP play subscribers? Okay, you want to play. Okay, you want to play with me. Okay, just send me the challenge, Harshal. Let's play. Send me the challenge. I'm waiting, Harshal. Where are you, Harshal? Okay, got your challenge. Okay, so he's rated 1738. E4. He plays E4. And what should I play actually here? Okay, I'll play this. D6. D4. Knight F6. Harshal actually can see my plans on the stream now. Can I watch this? It's your wish. It's your wish. You can watch this or not. I mean, if you want to watch, it's fine by me. Okay, knight f to d7, knight b to d7. Bishop d3. I mean, the main move is actually knight c3 here instead of bishop to d3. But he plays bishop d3 anyways. I think board is not adjusted properly. Let me adjust it. It's not properly visible. Okay, I think now it looks good. Okay, he goes f4, and he has already occupied the center. So I'm going to strike back immediately with e5. Takes, pawn takes, d takes, and then knight takes. So so if you want to calculate, like uh, whether you're losing a piece or not, and when there is so much of tension in a position like here, so you want to calculate like whether you are losing a pawn or not. What you can do is just calculate the number of attackers and number of defenders. So on this pawn there are two attackers, this and this, but on defenders there are two defenders. So I'm safely defending the pawn. So he plays knight to f3. Okay. Actually, this sort of line is very similar to the one which is, instead of bishop d3, the knight should be on c6, sorry, c3. That's the main move here. But he has played this bishop d3. So I'm going to take on d4. He'll take with the knight. And the point of my play is that he cannot push with e5 easily, because his knight is on d4. Because if he pushes on, then I'll capture this, he'll capture this, and then I'll capture with the knight. Not that, capture with the knight, like this. Let's see, what does he play? I mean, obviously he has only got one move to play. Knight takes d4. I don't know what he's thinking. Okay, going offline now. You will bluff here. He's so afraid to play against me. Harshal. He is so afraid. I'm already playing against his psychology. Okay, so what is he thinking here? Apart from knight takes d4, what can he be thinking? Castles. Why? Why did he just give up the pawn? He could have also played e5, but he castled. Okay, so now I can play c5, supporting the pawn, and if he plays e5, then I can play knight to g4, and my plan is to put my knight there to e3, forking that rook, sorry, the rook and the queen. Yes, my king is in center, but pawn is a pawn. Let's see. I'll hang on to it. Okay. So now e5 maybe. knight g4, takes, bishop takes. Oh, hang on. Okay. What if e4, knight g4, and knight takes. Okay. Yeah, knight takes d4. Okay, in that case, if you place knight takes d4, maybe I can play knight d5. Knight takes d5. Okay, let's see. Let's see if he goes e5. e5. Okay, let me calculate this again. e5, knight g4, knight takes d4. Okay, he plays e5. e5, knight g4, knight takes d4, knight takes e5, and already it's getting very chaotic. Hmm. Hey man, hey Neeraj, so good to have you here. I know you love chess, and I think you got inspired by Queen's Gambit. Okay, so knight takes e5, and the point is his knight on d4 is hanging, my knight on e5 is hanging, and what if he throws in move like h3? Then I can play takes. If it takes here, okay, it's getting very messy. For for me to show this line, okay, I'll play it anyways. Okay, okay. In fact, if you take this, I can take with also g knight maybe. Knight g takes e5, or knight d takes e5. Also, he has moved like a rookie one facing my king on open e file actually. Okay, this has already gotten very complicated if he plays knight takes d4. Neeraj, do you play on chess.com or any leeches if you're there? Hmm. Okay, I think he's not there. Anyways, okay, nah man, not it. I think you should start playing. You'll love it. Just start playing and see how you play and everything. You'll start, eventually get addicted to the game, I'm sure. So now here, okay, let's see once more. Knight takes d4, and first I'll play knight g to e5, or knight g takes e5. If he plays f takes e5, then I'll simply capture his knight here. Okay, but knight takes here, and rook e1. I'm addicted to watching chess. I don't know how that holds up. Watching, I mean, don't you feel like playing and showing your moves or showing your strategies, etc.? I mean, yeah, obviously watching chess is that's also addictive, but um, you should try playing. It's really addictive. Yeah, I'll get to that. Whose stream do you watch, Neeraj? I mean, you teach me. Yeah, definitely. I love to teach you. We'll talk about it. Okay. Okay, so Harshal, he has already spent like 7 minutes here, and actually, I think the position is actually very complicated. I decided that I would not complicate the position, but that's what I've done, end up doing, ironically. I used to watch Ludwig and Hikaru streams when the Pogo Champs was going on. Oh, okay, I love Hikaru streams. Hikaru, yeah, the way he calculates, I mean, it's insane. Like, how are people even able to calculate that so far? Okay, Amit Goswami, big fan. I'm friend of Harshal as well. Hope to get play with you and learn. Hi, Amit. So good to have you here. Do you play chess, Amit? Okay, he has played e6. Why did he play e6? Maybe he wants to. If I take a, he want to go rook e1. But then I have knight to e3 and also knight to f6. Okay, I'll take with the pawn. And okay, my center is looking very funny here. Okay, he has played this knight to g5. Okay, he's attacking this pawn, which makes sense. But then I have simply got this move here, which okay. Let me show by the arrows. So I can play knight to f6. I also defend this pawn once the knight is moved, and I also defend that knight. And if he plays h3, I'll just put my knight to e3. I think maybe knight to g5 was not a very good move. You just have to look at the ceiling to get all the look ahead scenario. I mean, that was a fiction created by Queen's Gambit shows. I don't think that it works, or maybe some people think like that, but not definitely not me. I have to look at the board more often. I have tried blindfold quite a few times, but still, I like to look at the board and then think. Nah, that's what Hikaru does. Yeah, okay, Hikaru. He's a grandmaster. Yeah, I mean, he was world number two at some in 2016, and Queen h5. Oh, okay, yeah. After h3, Queen h5. But after h3, I can play h6 too. Or in fact, no, you cannot play Queen h5. My knight is guarding this. Okay, Amit says, yes, I play chess, not professional, but want to learn. YouTube is great way to learn, a great platform to learn. I mean, there are lots of resources on the YouTube to learn. You can watch Josh Wetskin's video, Amit. I really like them. Just search for Josh Wetskin. Okay, bishop to b5. I think by now he has realized that the position is not very good for him. I'll block it with the bishop. Oh no. Okay. In fact, yeah, I missed this move. I played a little bit rashly here. Okay. And the point is, if I move the queen, okay, I cannot move queen here. I need to play something like this. And if I play that, my queen will be very far. Okay, then in fact, I can play this and castle queen side, which shouldn't be an issue. Okay, h4, sorry. Queen h4 goes to be saying. Where? How does queen get to h4? Okay, one. Okay, I cannot play. I was thinking of knight e3, but then he can just chop off. So I cannot play that. Okay. Okay, queen b6. Then he can take here, and I have to take with my king. And my king, is it safe in the center? It's debatable, but that's the pretty much only move I think I've got here. So now I think he'll take my bishop. If he plays rook e1, then I'll play this. And then if he takes with the bishop, I'll take with the pawn, he take with the rook, and then simply c4 pinning his rook. Okay, he takes with this. I cannot take with the knight because my knight is hanging here. Before knight to f6. Before knight to f6, you say. Before knight to f6, his knight is there, right? How can I go to h4? I cannot go. I'm still a pawn up. I'm threatening his knight. And I think my king is weirdly very safe on d7 square. These pawns actually protect my king very well. And once I bring my king somewhere to here and here, then I think it's clear advantage for me. Let's see. Uh, okay, his knight is threatened now. If he moves here, knight to g5, threatening knight to f7, I can play maybe this, knight e3. Okay, he takes the bishop. I don't like this move actually because he should have moved his knight back. I think so. He should have moved his knight back. And then because his knight was very active on, and my bishop was doing absolutely nothing there. Here, his knight was very active. If we had played knight g4, knight g5, and my bishop. I mean, notice my bishop. It's blocked behind my own pawns, and currently it's doing nothing. It's on starting square. It's completely not developed. It doesn't make sense to just play knight takes. Sorry, knight takes f8. Yeah. And now I think I'm just better. Look at his queen side. I mean, uh, except this pawn, none of his queen side has even moved. His knight cannot come here. And if he comes here, maybe then I can just play d5 and prevent any entry points for his knight. He has to play this, but then his bishop. And look at his bishop. It's blocked by his pawn. If he plays bishop to d7, then he's blocking his knight. I mean, his pieces are trading on each other's toes. But okay, what if he plays h3? Ideally, I want to play knight e3, but then he'll just chop off his bad knight with my good, or not good, but decent knight, I would say. h3. He has played h3. Nice position. Yeah, I do think so. Aradhya. Okay, I'll play knight to e3. At least it will straighten out my pawn structure. And now play rook e8. And also this diagonal is weak, so I can start threatening something here. Aradhya, maybe we can play tomorrow. I can play against you tomorrow if you're around tomorrow. Okay, now he has this knight to c3. Which he plays. And then okay, he wants to play this move. There is one nice rule: never ever exchange pieces when you have a good position. I know that, and that's what, I didn't want to play knight e3, but then if my knight goes to h6, he plays g4 and things starts to get messy. So then I think knight e3 was more or less forced. Okay, rook a to e8 now. And my threat is this if his nice knight moves. Okay, let's see. Knight d5. I cannot play e2 because he takes my queen with a check. So I need to exchange this off first. Queen takes. And then maybe e2, rook e1, and then c4. Maybe. Let's see. I think white is in trouble here. He's planning queen e2 and rook f3. Queen e2 and rook f3. Queen e2 and rook f3. But then if he plays queen e2, then I'll play d5 and d4. I'll get enough time because as soon as his queen moves away from d file, I'll just push. Good going. Thank you, Kaustup. Okay, so d5 and d4 if his queen moves away, and what else he has? I mean, I think only sensible move here is knight d5, and then bring his queen onto this square. Knight a4. Knight a4. Okay, this somehow looks very bad, actually. I can simply play queen to a6, both threatening this e2 and this knight. Has he blundered this? Okay, oh no, wait. His threat is knight takes c5 if my queen moves here, actually. because this pawn is pinned. So I cannot play queen a6. But then if I play queen b5, he can just again move back with his knight. And if I play queen c6, I think that's a good move. Queen c6. I'll threaten his knight and then also e2. Let's see. Play queen b5 and then queen c6. Queen b5 and queen c6. And that's more or less that's what happened here actually now. Queen b5 and queen c6 is also threatening knight now actually. So let's see here. My instinct is telling me to put my king here, king to b8. Okay, I'll play king to c8 first. And now I'm ready to do this too. Okay, I mean, I used to say from my first stream that you have to control the center and not put your pieces too many pieces on the flank. And this is very good example of it, because you see, like, all my pieces are in the center and doing something active. Like, for example, these two rooks are nicely placed on these central files. My pawn is very good. These pawns. My queen is actively participating in defending or attacking the center. My knight is also defending this or attacking these squares. That's why the center is very important. Okay, d4, d5. I mean, and I think his position is very bad now. Very bad. I'm just crushing him in the center. Um, what can he do now? Okay, queen e2. He plays queen e2. I'll just play this. d4. Knight to b5. You will lose e5 pawn now. Why will I lose e5? Why will I lose e5? Don't stress much on protecting it. Attack the king. Attack the king. I mean, I think he can defend. I mean, my pieces are not well poised to attack. I mean, this rook and this rook are not attacking the king or the squares around king much. I think my strength is in the center, and I think I'll play in the center. That's what I think. Get up pieces against his king. Okay, let's see. Okay, what I'm thinking is knight to d5, threatening this. Your center is gone now. I don't know why. Maybe because of c3 is saying, I don't know. Or maybe, in fact, I've got sorry, knight to e4. Okay, yeah, knight a7 is threat. Oh, I almost missed this. Knight takes a2, a7. I almost forgot about knight a7. Okay, f5. Uh, he's threatening a check. Yeah, yeah. Um, Actually, I forgot to tell. Okay, I'll explain this. So by knight is a7, he meant knight takes this. He was threatening this. So this both attacks my king and also queen. So I needed to protect that pawn, and then he plays f5. And here, okay, not this. Knight to e4, threatening this. If he plays here, uh, do I got something there? Or knight to d5, or knight to h. No, not h5. Okay, this or this. I'm thinking both. I'm thinking about both the options. What should I play? I think knight e4 doesn't make any sense. This will just provoke his rook to a good square. What should I play here? Can I play c4, blocking his queen from protecting the knight? Do a vacuum move and throw his calculation off. He'll lose on time. Ah, actually, that is a very good strategy, Neeraj. Just play something very completely offbeat. But I think that kind of strategy works when the position is equal, and I'm trying to conjure up something. But here I'm completely winning, so I don't need to do anything risky or anything wacky. Rook d8, yeah. I mean, rook d8. I was also seeing rook d8, but I think his plan is to go d3. Yeah, d3. Uh, but what about c takes d3? Okay, no, no, d3, and yeah, sorry, this knight is hanging. Correct. Uh, yeah, his knight is hanging. I also liked c5, but okay, I think. But then actually, I think I need my rook to protect this pawn when I play d3. I think my rook is very well placed on e1, so I'll just play c5, c4. Sorry. Oh no. Oh, I've blundered this. Knight takes d4. I should have seen this actually. Okay, he also doesn't see this. Oh, no problem. Okay. He plays knight a3. Actually, he should have taken knight takes this pawn, and he didn't take it. Okay, now I think rook c8 protecting this pawn. Uh, what else do I have got here? Okay, I'll play rook c8. Rook c8. Uh, okay, b3. Okay, I cannot play this because, in fact, I can play. No, if I play this, he'll just play this, take this, and his rook's file will open up. But then his c2 will remain very weak. I'll just take it. I think it's there is no problem in taking this. Okay, and now this, and then d3. Actually, his knights have gotten both this and this square now. Okay, I'll play this now first. Now his rook is threatened. Let's see. Okay, he plays rook to d4, rook to d1. Okay. Now what? Now what? Queen c5. But then he'll play simply knight to c4, threatening a pawn and knight. Okay, this which pawn? Okay, let me play this and then this. Put his knight here, block out his rook's defense of or attacking this pawn d4. Um, he's getting low on time. Only 50. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll play this. My threat is this now. Okay, he blunders. Now there is fork. Actually, he should have taken the pawn with the rook actually. This is getting really thrilling now. And okay, I win an exchange. And then pin his knight like this. And how is he defend? Okay, he has got this move. If his knight moves now, then I'll take his queen. So he cannot move his knight. And now just play this. Just disturbing white's, disturbing white's coordination of on protecting this pawn, this knight. So now if he takes with his queen, I'll take with the rook, that knight, and I'm piece up and completely winning. He takes, check. Okay, not check. Rook takes knight, and this is lost for him now. Check. Rook takes knight, rook takes rook. Yeah, exactly. And now just play safely, connect everything. I think he'll resign now in few moves. As rook is pinned to king. Yeah, correct. Okay, so now I'll just check and exchange of my queen. Check. And then I'm winning completely. Resign. Yeah. I mean, uh, we didn't play the last part of the game very well actually. There was a blunder. We both made some blunders in at the end. Let's see. Let's see. I think we got there were some interesting lines in the opening. I wanted to check that. Okay, so let me show you the entire board actually, entire analysis. Hang on, let me adjust this. Oh yeah, Neeraj, thank you. Thank you for joining, Neeraj. Actually, thank you for joining. Okay, let me show you the accuracy analysis scores and etc. Everything. Let me see if I'm able to adjust it somehow. No, I guess not able to adjust this. Okay. Anyways, let's see. So I wanted to show this accuracy scores. Harshal played with the accuracy of 75. And mine was 82, and he played this 13 best moves, 7 excellent. He played two blunders. He made two blunders, six mistakes. And six mistakes are a lot, Harshal. You know, one or two mistakes in a chess match and you're out actually, but six are lots of them. Let's see the game now. I wanted to check some variations. Okay, this e5 takes, and he should have taken the pawn actually. I don't know why he castled. This was a simple move. Harshal, why did you play? Why did you castle? Just just tell your reason. Like why did you castle here instead of taking the pawn? Okay, castles and f. Okay, c5 was a blunder. Why? Yeah, I thought so. c5 was a blunder. I mean, it was very risky. e5 he played correctly. Knight g4, and okay, computer is showing that I have already very bad position here, and okay, e3 yeah, okay, e6 was blunder. Okay, knight g5, and what if knight e3, bishop takes e3, takes, e takes d6, and what if I take this, bishop c4. Okay, and then there is very strong attack for white actually. My bishop is hanging. Uh, this pawn is very weak. Should have played this, but okay, it's very long line. It was tough to see in Harshal's defense. You miss knight f6. At which move? Put the move number, Harshal. e3. This was blunder. I mean, e3 was, yeah. e6 was blunder. Takes and knight g4. Another inaccurate move. Okay, knight df6. Computer says this was a great move. Attack on f7. Yeah. Okay, knight d2 f6. This was very nice move. Knight d2 f6. But okay, what I was checking here was this. What happens after this? D takes e5. And then, okay, computer is saying simply this. C takes d4. What happens after this? This f takes e5, takes, bishop b5 check. Okay, this is very sharp. This is getting very complicated. e6 blunder. I mean, e6 is a blunder actually, yeah. You missed knight f6. Okay, got it. So you missed this move. You miss this move. This one, I guess. Okay. Anyways, and okay. So I mean, the position was very complicated here, and it's very difficult to calculate after this, this and this. I think. But okay, e6. This was blunder. Takes knight g5, knight f6, bishop b. I think yeah, this was also a very bad move. Bishop b5. Computer is saying just rook c1, and yeah, I think he should have played something like this. Okay, okay, bishop b5, bishop b7 is a bishop d7 is a mistake. Why? Oh yeah, this pawn is dropping. Then what should I play here? King e7. Oh, king e7. I mean, very risky move to play. What if this attacking this? I mean, I don't know. H3 is there. My king is looking very, very dicey in the center. Okay, but I don't know why bishop d7 is a mistake. Queen b6 is good. Takes. This is also a mistake. I thought so. He should have played knight g4 or h3. Yes, h3. I also liked h3 for white. Takes, h3, knight e3. Okay. Then computer is saying this is inaccurate. I should have played knight h6. But then what if g4? Knight e4. Oh, okay. And he cannot play g5 because I can simply play knight f5. Yeah, correct. Rook a to d, rook a to it. Yeah, a to 8. This was a nice move. This was not very good. I mean, already his pieces are not developed, and he's playing moves like knight a4. I mean, playing the knight at the side of the board. This doesn't make any sense. Obviously, I completely missed the diagonal counterplay. Yeah, this diagonal, you mean, right? This diagonal. Yeah, maybe queen c6 is good. Queen b4 is better. Yeah, actually Aradhya told to play queen b4 and then gain a tempo. Queen b4, knight f6, knight c3, and then queen. Okay, queen c4 is idea, computer's idea. Hmm. Attacking this, and keeping the queen on this diagonal to support e2. That's that is that's the computer suggestion. But okay, this was also not very bad. King c1, king c8 is good. Rook f6. This is good. This is a mistake. Okay, computer says yeah, knight e2. Actually, whenever your opponent has got a passed pawn, you should always block it with the knight because knights are very good blockader of passed pawns. That's the thumb of the rule actually. Or okay, I mean there are some exceptions, but usually that's how it goes. f4, c4 is a blunder. Yeah, this drops. He should have take. Harshal, you missed this. If you're watching this, you missed this move. Simply. As soon as I played c5, I realized that I blundered this pawn. As soon as I played c5, c4. As soon as I played c4, I realized that this pawn is dropping, and lots of time in chess it happens. Like you're thinking, you don't see a threat, and as soon as you play a move, you see that blunder. And he also blundered back, returned the favor. Thank you, Harshal. Rook c8, and from here it's lost, more or less. Knight b5, queen here, and I think he should have played this move. Rook takes d4, knight d3. I would have played knight d3, takes, and if queen takes, okay, Okay, this is not very good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was good actually. This was very good move. Knight c3. Because if he takes here, I can simply take his rook. Yeah, exactly. And he takes with the knight, and this is mistake. And here it's lost. Okay, I mean, yeah, this game was very complicated in the opening. There were some very sharp lines and which were very hard to evaluate. You know, lines like knight takes d4 and knight takes uh, e5. Those lines were very complicated to evaluate. In 15 minutes game, I don't know if it's possible. It's very difficult to evaluate these kinds of position. And in the end, we exchanged some blunders, but okay, I enjoyed this game. It was a very complicated game. And Harshal, uh, just start making less mistakes. Six mistakes are too much. Okay, see you everyone. Thank you for joining my stream. Good night and take care everyone. Bye.